An unprecedented incident happened as a fan bit a staff member. V admits he cried, why Jin was unable to continue his concert. BTS will have new siblings. One of Jimin's songs has been stolen and fans are furious. And is HYBE disbanding one of their groups? Watch until the end to find out all the details. Fanbite staff member, idols are mobbed and V speaks up. According to people who were at Seoul's Jamsil Stadium, some fans suddenly abandoned their seats and began vaulting over the safety barriers. They surged toward the performers, phones raised, desperate for close-up shots. Security tried to hold them back, but the crowd was relentless. In the mayhem, one fan allegedly bit a safety officer. Others were said to have knocked guards to the ground. Order collapsed in minutes. And when the frenzy ended, the stands looked like the aftermath of a festival, littered with trash that no one bothered to clean up. Scenes like this aren't one-off accidents. They've been playing out for years in another high-pressure setting: airports. When idols travel, huge crowds often pack the terminals, clogging passageways and turning normal travel into a security nightmare. Fans push in close, try to strike up conversations, thrust letters or gifts into hands, and film with cameras almost touching the artists' faces. In some cases, the behavior has crossed a legal line. Recently, an entertainment company revealed something alarming. Certain individuals had obtained private travel information for artists and then used it to change or even cancel their flight seat reservations. These acts didn't just disrupt schedules, they tampered with entire itineraries. The company warned that such interference could lead to lawsuits and financial penalties. Even BTS hasn't been spared. Recently, V's departure from an overseas airport became so chaotic that a scheduled photo session had to be scrapped. Speaking to fans later in a live broadcast, he stressed that airports aren't personal fan meet venues. They're public spaces everyone has the right to use without obstruction. He also brought up the Purple Line, a fan-led safety initiative first introduced in 2018. The concept was simple: create a safe route for BTS members at airports by lining the path with the group's signature purple ribbons. V praised it as a thoughtful way to keep both idols and fans safe, and encouraged people to bring it back. There's no denying that K-pop fandoms have a serious problem. In their rush to get close to idols, some fans create situations that put everyone's safety at risk. From shoving through barriers at concerts to swarming airports so tightly that people can't move, these moments turn public spaces into dangerous zones. V admits he cried. Since finishing their military service, BTS hasn't slowed down for a second. They've been constantly reaching out to fans, sharing casual behind-the-scenes moments, personal thoughts, and glimpses into their daily lives. For ARMY, it's been one of the most open and honest periods the group has ever shown. In an interview released on August 11th with W Korea, V talked about a moment that took him by surprise. A rush of emotion that hit while he was watching two of his bandmates perform their first solo concerts. He explained that the two shows couldn't have been more different in style, but that both were incredibly fun to watch. One of the moments that stuck in his memory was Jin's performance of Rope It, but things shifted during J-Hope's concert. As J-Hope performed a duet with Jungkook, V felt himself becoming emotional. He said he quietly let a tear fall, without anyone noticing. He didn't tell the others at the time because he felt embarrassed, but inside, he was deeply moved. Even so, he said he kept his focus on the stage, watching the performance without turning away. The way he spoke about it gave a rare look into how the members see each other as friends who have spent over a decade growing, creating, and inspiring one another. RM opens up about himself, outside BTS and as a BTS member. BTS's RM is the star of Harper's Bazaar's September issue, appearing as the global ambassador for the luxury brand Bottega Veneta. The magazine unveiled 3 different covers, each showing him in a unique style. The photos made it clear that he can adapt to very different looks while still carrying the same confident presence. In the interview, he opened up about what it's really like to represent a brand. He said it's much harder than it appears, calling the role a real challenge. Back when he first started, he used to spend time in front of the mirror, practicing facial expressions and poses to look more photogenic. Now, he feels the process has become more demanding. Still, he explained that working with a brand, photographer, and team he truly likes made a big difference. Because of that, the shoot felt comfortable, and when it was over, he felt proud of the work they had created and happy with the experience. When asked about the moments in life when he feels most alive, RM shared two different sides of himself. One as the leader of BTS, and one as Kim Namjoon, the person behind the public image. As RM, those moments come when he's performing on stage, releasing a new album, or standing in front of fans with confidence. As Kim Namjoon, it's when he feels he's getting closer to his true self without holding back, especially when he's around people who matter to him. He also talked about how freeing it feels to do whatever he wants in a place where nobody knows who he is. Traveling gives him some of that freedom, though he admitted he can't stay away from home for long before wanting to come back. He added that making music also brings back that same feeling of being alive. His answers showed two sides of the same person: RM, the disciplined professional who takes on global roles, and Kim Namjoon, the man who finds joy in simple, personal moments away from the spotlight. Jin was unable to continue his concert. Here's why. Jin's first solo tour has been full of moments that feel different from a typical K-pop concert, and his London Day 2 show was no exception. Instead of keeping all the action on stage, he made a habit of stepping down into the crowd during the encore, weaving through the audience and handing his microphone to fans so they could sing along. It made each show feel personal, and in London, it led to one of the most unexpected moments of the tour so far. In the middle of the encore, a pair of fans instantly caught his attention. They weren't holding up a flashy sign or wearing an elaborate costume. Instead, they had on underwater goggles. The sight stopped Jin in his tracks. Amused, he passed them the mic for the opening of his song, Moon. But as soon as they started, he couldn't keep a straight face. He laughed so hard that he couldn't get back on track, breaking what fans believe was a tour first. The only time he couldn't finish singing the segment because of a fan interaction. The night also had a softer, more emotional moment. When it came time for Epiphany, his first solo track from BTS's Love Yourself Answer album, the crowd had prepared a surprise. Right as the song began, thousands of phone flashlights lit up in unison, flooding the venue with a soft pink glow. The sudden pink ocean made Jin pause for a moment, smiling widely as he took it all in. Fans pointed out how rare it was to see Epiphany, usually a deeply emotional and reflective performance, transformed into something light and joyful. Before the night ended, Jin made sure to thank everyone for making the concert so special. One of Jimin's songs has been stolen and fans are furious. In 2023, Jimin began his first real step as a solo artist with the release of Face. The album officially had 6 songs, but fans who bought the physical version got an unexpected bonus, a hidden track called Letter. It wasn't just another song. It was written as a personal message to his fans, making it deeply emotional and meaningful. Unlike the other tracks, Letter wasn't put on any streaming platforms. The only way to hear it was to own the album in physical form. Fast forward to 2025, and Letter has suddenly appeared online, but not under Jimin's name. Fans discovered that the song had been uploaded to major platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok. When fans saw this, they were furious. ARMY began posting all over social media, calling the situation outright theft. They accused the uploader of stealing Jimin's work and demanded that the platforms remove the false credit. They also wanted the song to be put back under Jimin's name and for action to be taken against the person who uploaded it. To them, this wasn't just about who got listed as the artist. It was about protecting an artist's work and making sure the rightful creator was recognized. For many fans, the situation is even more upsetting because of how Letter was originally released. It wasn't just a bonus track. It was meant as a personal gift to those who bought the physical Face album. Its limited availability and emotional meaning made it one of Jimin's most treasured songs, and now, that sense of exclusivity has been taken away without his permission. As the dispute over Letter continues, fans are standing firm. They want Jimin to get full credit for the song and for the situation to be corrected. For them, it's not just about fixing a name on a streaming service. It's about respecting the time, creativity, and meaning an artist pours into their music. Sana opens up about BTS's friendship with Twice. When Twice's Sana started her variety show, Sana's Fridge Interview, it quickly became a must-watch for third-generation K-pop fans. Each episode brought a new guest and a peek into their fridge, sparking casual conversations that revealed sides of idols fans rarely get to see. Over time, she welcomed many familiar faces, but one appearance stood out above all: BTS's J-Hope. Filmed while he was promoting his solo work, the episode gave fans a rare look at two of the industry's biggest stars simply hanging out and talking. The episode had plenty of playful moments. One of the most memorable was when J-Hope accidentally got a chair caught on the wings of his outfit. Sana revealed that things got even funnier behind the scenes when she tripped and fell soon after. The production team decided to cut that part, saving her from an on-air embarrassment. In the final episode of Season 2, Sana reflected on that day and shared what it was like meeting J-Hope properly for the first time. She said he struck her as such a genuinely kind person, that it made her believe success really does happen for a reason. She remembered how calm and polite he was during filming, even giving an approving thumbs up as she spoke about it. While reading through fan comments, one caught her attention. "I'm watching BTS and twice casually chatting in 2025. She admitted she understood why fans found that surprising. Back in their early years, she said, they barely had time to even greet each other, let alone have a relaxed conversation. The strict senior-junior culture in K-pop at the time made informal talks between groups rare. Things are different now." Sana shared that she and J-Hope spent time reminiscing about their trainee days, cooking together, and even sharing a meal. She admitted she wasn't sure this would have ever happened if it hadn't been for her show bringing them together. BTS will have new siblings as Big Hit launches a new boy group. Big Hit Music recently announced that its newest boy group will make their debut on August 18th. The name of the group was revealed as Chorus, and fans won't have to wait long for their first glimpse. A teaser video is set to premiere on August 10th at midnight Korean time on the HYBE label's YouTube channel. The clip is expected to give the first real look at the group's style and concept. The reveal came through a short video posted on a brand new YouTube account. The visuals had a glitch-like effect, with the word Chorus appearing in pink, almost like an error screen. Many took this as a sign that the group's branding might lean into a modern, slightly experimental aesthetic. Alongside the announcement, the group launched their official X and TikTok accounts, marking the start of their social media rollout. With the teaser just days away, the debut campaign is now fully underway, building momentum toward their August 18th launch. Chorus will debut with 5 members who are being promoted as a young creator crew. Instead of assigning traditional roles like main vocalist or lead dancer, the group plans to work collaboratively, with every member involved in multiple areas of their music and performances. They'll operate as a self-producing team, handling not only singing and dancing, but also songwriting, composing, choreography, and even creating their own video content. Even before debuting, the members have already made a mark in the industry. Their work can be found in some of K-pop's most popular releases, showing they already have strong teamwork and shared creative experience. As the latest boy group from Big Hit Music and with their debut just around the corner, both fans and industry watchers are eager to see how the young creator crew will set themselves apart in an already competitive field. Is HYBE disbanding one of their groups? The conflict between NewJeans and their agency, Adore, has left fans questioning what will happen to the group. The legal battle, now in its 3rd round of hearings since July, has been drawing even more attention after NewJeans openly criticized HYBE. This week, a small but significant change from Adore set off new waves of speculation. Until recently, the company's official website used the domain adore.world. The page included information about auditions for Adore's upcoming boy group and, tucked into the bottom corner, a link to NewJeans' own official site. Now, typing in the same web address leads somewhere different, a new domain called adoreaudition.world. This updated site focuses only on the audition details. The link to NewJeans' website is gone, and there are also subtle design changes, including the appearance of HYBE's logo, which wasn't shown before. Fans are split over what this means. With the court case still ongoing and no official explanation for the website change, nothing is certain. Some people claim BTS members are treated unfairly, with some members barely getting any lines in group songs. In K-pop, nothing on stage is accidental. Not the choreography, not the camera angles, and definitely not who sings which line. Every part is carefully planned, and for BTS, one of the biggest talking points among fans in recent years has been how those lines are divided. It used to be something most listeners didn't think about, but now, line distribution is often one of the first debates to break out after a new song is released. The question seems simple, but it's anything but. How do they decide who gets which lines? Industry insiders often say it comes down to group roles. Main vocalists take on the hardest singing parts, lead dancers focus on performance-heavy sections, and rappers handle the verses suited to their style. In theory, that makes sense. But for BTS, many fans feel there's a noticeable pattern. Certain members regularly get far more lines than the others, no matter the song's concept. It's not just a vague feeling. Fans have put together breakdown videos, compared multiple comebacks, and pointed out cases where one or two members dominate a track, while others barely get a moment. In some songs, members have had less than 10 seconds of lines in a track that runs nearly 4 minutes. One fan described being excited for a new BTS release, only to feel disappointed as soon as they heard it. They said the imbalance was so extreme it ruined the experience. To them, it felt like most of the group was pushed into the background, given no distinctive lines or solo camera shots, with some members getting only about 8 seconds of singing in a 3 minutes and 45 seconds song. They admitted they tried to ignore it, but it was impossible not to notice. When they voiced these concerns, other fans pointed to an old interview where it was said that lines are given to whoever's voice suits them best, and that the members aren't too concerned about the split. But the fan argued that it's unrealistic to expect any member to go on live TV and admit they're unhappy with their share of lines. They believe doing so would harm the group's image and cause unnecessary controversy. They didn't deny that the process of choosing lines could be fair in theory. They just doubted that it left every member satisfied. A big question for many is why so many title tracks seem to fit the same few members again and again. The fan emphasized that this isn't about attacking those members. All 7 are talented and hardworking, but about giving everyone equal opportunities to shine. They pointed out that every member trained for years and is capable of handling key parts. They also recalled a period when line distribution seemed to be improving, like when one member who rarely had center moments was given more prominent parts in Fake Love and other tracks afterward. But more recent releases, they felt, were a step backward to debut-era levels of imbalance. They also rejected a common excuse, that some members get fewer lines in English songs because of language issues. They argued this simply isn't true, citing the group's strong performances in multiple languages over the years. For many fans, this isn't about counting seconds for the sake of it. It's about recognition. Every member has given years of their life to reach this stage, and getting only a tiny fraction of a song feels like a missed chance for them and for the fans who support them. Some believe there's a way to balance commercial strategy with fairer distribution, giving each member at least one moment that leaves an impact without hurting the song's quality or market appeal. Producers may argue that they have to do what serves the song best, and that popularity naturally plays a role. More lines mean more screen time, more fan cams, and more engagement, which can drive a group's growth. But critics say this creates a loop where the same members get the most attention, while others are left without the same platform to connect with fans. In some cases, agencies have addressed these concerns by rotating distribution in each comeback, or giving underused members more focus in subunits and solo projects. What's your opinion? Let us know in the comments.